And we're back with another episode of R&R. I'm your host, Jamerson Ballard. Happy Monday, everybody. Yeah, man, we had to do a little bit of an upgrade, y'all. So now, I'm gonna try to give it a minute to let people load up in here, man. I'm a lot late, so please forgive me. What's going on, BMT? What's happening, man? Yeah, it's okay. What's going on? It's some growing going on, man. And, with growth comes some growing pains. Now, I'm a little busy, so I didn't get a chance to catch the BET Awards like that. I hear Busta Rhymes jumped out the window and said some crazy shit, probably, and I'm not really surprised. I'm not. I'll get a chance to look at it a little closer, and I might find myself a little more disappointed. But other than that, man, I'm just here trying to get my thing off the ground, man. And as you can see, the background's a little different because we started shooting at a different location, man. Yeah, different location. Actually, it's called the Content Cafe. Yeah. So if you're in the city, oh yeah, I didn't see it yet, man. I'm gonna have to catch it, man. But anyway, yeah, the Content Cafe is where we're now shooting the show at, man. So get you some, man. Listen, they got a couple things going on. If you're out in the city where I'm at, which is Oklahoma City, don't forget it. Monday nights is Magic Mondays. And then they had a jazz night going on there. So come check that out. And they got Tuesday Night Express Poetry. So on Tuesday nights, they're doing poetry. What's up? 29, what's happening? So the doors open at 7. So come on in here and get you some, man. And support the Content Cafe. Now, on to our topic for the evening, man. Now, like I said, man, it's been some growth happening. And, shout out to the Most High. Because without him, none of this is possible. You understand? First and foremost. Now, with growth comes growing pains. But today's topic, we're going to focus on, us as individuals and how we sometimes perceive things and how we do damage to others unknowingly. The name of this episode is, and it's the 26th episode. So we halfway through the year right now, man. And it's getting crazier. But listen, the topic for today is hurt people hurt people. I mean, I don't know if you know that. For some of you, it might be obvious. If you're a little more advanced, I understand. But we're going to talk to some of the more remedial individuals at this point right now. First of all, shout out to the Rant Gang. Shout out to the Capital Letter Club for tuning in. If you've been with me up until this point, you see that there is some growth, man. Now, I mean, we got to do what we got to do, man. Not one monkey stop no show, man. You understand what I'm saying? So don't ever get too comfortable with what's going on in your own life. Because I'm not finna get comfortable with what's going on in mine. I'm going to keep pushing, bro. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep getting it. And it's going to be some niggas that's going to get mad. I'm not mad at that. I understand that. You know me, man. I kind of, I love my haters, man. I appreciate y'all niggas. Y'all niggas is the ones that keep me on my shit. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, we here now. We getting a little bigger, but a lot of niggas don't like that shit. And I understand it. I overstand it. I don't necessarily always like it. Sometimes it can maybe catch me a little, you know what I mean? But I ain't never off guard to where I can't really, because it was a nigga, and I don't think it's an intentional hatred, but a nigga bad my shit a little bit, man. Now, my people was with me, and, I was being a good co-passenger for sure. I appreciate that. I'm, trying to figure out how long it's going to take me to get to my next destination because I'm on the time schedule. And a guy was backing out of his, in this situation, but he wasn't paying attention at all. Damn near bat me harder. If he would have bat me any harder, it would have probably knocked my back bumper off. I swerved around it a little bit and missed the biggest part of that. It's just a little, a little dimple in my shit. But niggas wasn't paying attention. That's annoying. That's one. Two, niggas is gonna nig. Now, I'm not trying to, get down on black people. I love my people, you understand? Ignorance is ignorance. It doesn't have a color. I just had to realize I got to stay out the way of people who are, not striving for anything, man. Let's see, 5 rich people missing in the submarine. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about that for a second, because that did happen, right? Now, they've been milking that a lot. Now, I seen something about a documentary came out before the people even knew that it was dead. Man, them people been dead before that day that they was trying to milk the news for telling how many hours they had to live. And then, it's not nothing to laugh at. That's not cool, right? But the military do have sonar devices all over the water. They knew about these people dying previous to them letting us know about it anyway. And it's kind of weird why they would even go down there, but rich people do tend to try to have high power meetings in supreme privacy. I just don't understand why they would jump in there knowing it's a chance they was going to lose their life, unless, because they either not bright billionaires, which I don't know. I'm not finna get too conspiracy brother on you for real, but did they fake their death or something? Because why in the fuck would you get your billionaire ass in the submarine and it look like it's for sure not trying to hold nothing? Going to see the Titanic, really? What's down there that's that important? Is it worth your life? Now you got a sign on this thing that says that you getting in this could kill you, and you still jumped in it with your kid. Weirdo. But they not weirdos of the week. That you have to stay tuned for. I just didn't understand how, because everybody that got bread ain't necessarily intelligent, but I can guarantee you them dudes wasn't dumb, because one of them dudes went through a lot of trouble to stay private with his dough. A lot of people feel like, it's cool to be out loud with your bread, but some people don't feel like that. One of the guys on there, and I forget his name, but he was definitely not on that at all. So it's hard for me to just take what the news say a lot of times for face value, and that's why you got me. So back to me and this topic, right? Chris Brown and, let me see, Mr. Beast was supposed to go, but they changed their mind. Well, we have a supreme survival rate. If I see somebody running, I'm gone, bro. I don't have to know why they running. I'm out. And if I see something on the paper that say, you sign this, but getting in here, you gonna die, I'm cool. I'm cool personally. And I'm not a genius. I'm not going out. It's not to see the time. Wait, then it don't look like 3 niggas can finish, especially not my size. I'm not small. You feel me? I'm definitely not small. I'm not getting in that. Bro, 5 niggas in the smart car, stop it. Going in the water, underwater, deep, where a nigga might die. Not I, said the real nigga. So yeah, I'm good. And it's crazy how, because we kind of go through this thing where we want to have more than everybody else. I'm kind of getting back on the topic that I was on. I appreciate the input, bro, because I did want to talk about that. But on a more personal level, bro, we don't have a lot of people that have. You know what I'm saying? And then for you to see somebody that got more than you, what's wrong with being happy for that person, man? And being inspired by that and find out how you can get a piece of that by asking them what you do for a living. How did you come across that? Instead of trying to take shit or hate on shit. You know, if shit ain't working out the way you feel like it's supposed to work out, nigga, then you got to do some refiguring. You going to the house to bully on your woman or your kids who are defenseless because you need to feel better. You are a hoe ass nigga, and I think you need to know that shit if you don't already. And I'm hoping your mama raised you better than that, but I can guarantee you was raised by a woman, because ain't no nigga that's real as fuck finna go try to harm a person's truck or vehicle or any of that shit when your ass is upset. That's weird. That's some sucker shit. And if you doing that, stop it, nigga. Stop that shit. You better than that. And if you're not, then you probably need to just jump off somebody's bridge or something, nigga, because you worthless, nigga. You are not a man, bro. You are a male. And that's putting it nicely. I'm just saying, man, put your feelings up, bro. It's cool that shit don't always work out the way you want it to. That's cool. That happens. You know what I'm saying? But you beating up on kids, what's up, bro? You beating up on kids and shit and talking crazy to your woman at home, you know what I'm saying? You're creating more problems. You're giving these children control dramas, and you're giving the woman, you know, she's fed up with your ass, and when she leaves, you can't be mad, bro. You cannot be mad. Don't nobody want to get beat up on all the time, especially when you ain't bringing shit in, nigga. Now, if you a nigga that ain't never lived on your own, you only been in your own spot for maybe, you know, at least a year and some change, 2 years, then you can, you know, you can adult properly, hopefully. But some of you niggas, your woman is your second mama, and you need her to do more than you want to admit. And when she tell you she ain't on that shit no more, you can say that you feel like a pimp, bro, but that's some sucker shit. The reason why women have pimps is because they can't necessarily manage shit, and you are, you know, the constant in their life, the counterbalance that keeps them, you know, focused on what it is they're trying to do. Because if they don't have you, you know, they don't have any structure. But if you waiting on her to tell you how to live and where to go and, baby, put your seatbelt on, nigga, you are a dependent. And your opinion does not matter very much. You are a fucking liability. And if you got partners in your life that don't support your dreams and ain't fucking with you like that, get them niggas the fuck away from you, bro. Because them niggas don't mean you no good. And I know you probably never heard your mama say shit like, them ain't your friends. Nigga, listen to what the fuck she saying. Because if you ain't got no daddy, nigga, that's all you got. And she not stupid. So, you know, pay attention to what's going on around you, bro. You understand? I understand that there are some people that's doing a little better than you. Get with them people and figure out how to get you some motion too. I'm not saying you should be hanging around niggas like no parasite, but I'm saying, you know, when you see shit like that, be inspired, nigga. Don't be a hating ass, weak ass, bitch ass nigga. You know what I mean? Anyway, there's some shit going on right now in, I think, Florida called bang jugging. Now, don't do that shit, but I'm saying there's niggas that's out here doing that. And if you got bread or if you got some shit that you trying to protect or you trying to keep your motherfucking bread, nigga, stay the fuck out that bank unless you kind of pay attention to your surroundings. Because what they doing is they hanging out at the banks and they waiting on niggas to make deposits, or I'm sorry, to make withdrawals and shit. When you come out not paying attention to what's going on, nigga, they on your ass. They on your ass. And that's clever, but here at R&R, man, we ain't really on that shit. That's some broke hustling shit. And I can't knock nobody, but I want you to understand that there are people who want what you got, bro. And if you're not aware of that, nigga, you need to understand that that shit's happening. You know what I'm saying? They got bipping cars out in the town, and now they got bang jugging out here where they sitting at banks. So if you see a nigga at the bank looking suspicious or waiting and keep driving around the parking lot and not really doing nothing, that nigga probably up there waiting on one of you niggas to slip. And you need to watch your ass. Right now in Texas, it's crazy ass fucking hot. Their little grid is going through changes, and I feel bad because I got people out in Texas. I don't understand what's going on out there, but there's a crazy amount of hot weather they way, man. And I mean, my prayers go up for y'all, man. Please be cool. I think somebody even died out there being in that hot ass shit. So please do what you got to do to stay cool. Nigga, take a cold shower, drink plenty of water. You know, maybe go sit in the shade or something. I don't know. I just do what you got to do. Get you some sunscreen to stay cool, man. Eat light, you know what I mean? Don't eat a whole bunch of heavy ass shit, and, you know, just kind of protect your neck, man, because it's dangerous. I think on an international level, Putin had a insurrection or, you know, some kind of shit going on with insubordination, and I think that's been put to an end. But, you know, I just heard a bunch of Russian words. I ain't really understand what was going on at first until I understood that, you know, they was trying to go in on Bray and get, you know, I guess he put a stop to it. I'm not sure, but that's happening. But, you know, it's just also, wait. There's a lot of crime happening in these empty malls across the nation. So stay the fuck out of there. I mean, I would imagine that's obvious, but yeah, it's a lot of missing people that's being found dead in some of these empty malls. And so that's horrific. It was actually also, it was a woman that got killed by the police, and this was a Mexican lady. It was Hispanic on Hispanic crime. And that's not cool, but these 3 police officers felt like it was necessary to wield a gun at a crazy lady with a hammer in her hand in her house. Now, she did some crazy shit. That's why they called the police. But she ran back to her crib, and they say she was like suffering a mental health breakdown, which is sad. But she knew enough to get back in her house, and I think she threw a candle at one of the niggas, but he was like, when I say nigga, I don't mean black. Understand, these is Hispanic people doing this, and I don't like that. But I just hate that I don't want what's happening to us, and then it's like now it's going on to other people. That shit is ridiculous, man. I want us as a people to get our shit together and understand that we have to stop hurting one another. You know, whether it be physically or mentally. And it's just like, you know, don't be scared to see somebody have what you don't have, but also just don't do shit that, you know, like have what is called it's the anger when you take your anger out on another person. If I knew the word right now, I wish I had a lot of people in here that could kind of displace. That's the word I'm looking for. Don't do that shit. Don't have displaced anger because you mad at. I mean, I want to say get off who you mad at, but it ain't a lot of that needs to happen. You know what I mean? You just got to put your feelings up and go on with your life or your day, and don't be so reactionary. You know what I mean? But anyway, so the lady in the house threw a candle at the police officer, hit the police officer in his lower extremities, and then, I mean, he got a gun out, so they can't shoot. They done shot like 15 times. Now, they did fatally strike the lady 2 times, and she died on the scene. That's sad. But not only do they suffer from bad judgment, they can't shoot. They are horrible shots. Now, I don't know if they meant to scare the lady by shooting. She wasn't going out, though. She wasn't going out. She was not scared. She said, shoot me. So maybe, there are a portion of people who do like police suicide or death by police or, you know, suicide like that because they don't have the courage to kill themselves. But if you are a police officer and you don't have the judgment to know that that's deadly force, this lady is wielding a hammer. Now, she can throw the hammer and hurt you. I'm not saying she can't kill you. But why would you? I know they don't necessarily train officers to shoot non-fatal shots. They teach you to kind of shoot at the torso area because that's the biggest area. But You don't think a taser would have been more appropriate, sir? Why do you have your gun out all the way, fully willing to fatally? You don't got no rubber bullets or something? I mean, there needs to be levels before you go right to DEFCON 5 and you kill this lady, man. I think it was in Texas, San Antonio, Texas. I remember because it's a very Hispanic city. And so these was all Hispanic cops against an older Hispanic lady. I think she was like 46 or something. So she wasn't, but they killed the lady in cold blood, seemingly, because, I mean, and another thing, though, if it would have been a black person, they probably would have got off scot-free, and that's sad. But they actually suspended them without pay. So, and I don't know if they arrested them, but I think they may have, and they had to bond out or something. So more of that needs to happen. It's not cool when somebody is murdered in cold blood by a police officer who don't know how much power they have or they don't care. You know what I'm saying? But they do need to suffer for that because that was extreme amount of force. It was more than excessive, and that's sad. Anyway, on with the rest of the show. Now, I've talked about niggas abusing their power, right? In this next segment, which I like to call Don't Be a Weirdo, we have an individual who has been in the news previously for being arrested. And I actually looked at this brother as like a valid member of the black conscious community. But it proves that you just can't trust nobody, man. And the image that they want you to see all the time, because, they know how to present certain things. There are people that will teach you shit, but they teach you shit with the intention to try to take from you, and that's not cool, man. It's a celebrity in my eyes. I don't know if you guys are aware of this brother, but on today's Don't Be a Weirdo, we have a celebrity edition, and it's none other than Brother Polite, who wins this week's Weirdo of the Week award. And it pains me to say this because, like I said, I thought the brother had a nice thing going. He was in, to doing a lot of things that were probably beneficial for the race altogether, but there's also a lot of rumors about dude just being a bad businessman, a scammer, if you will, and apparently just a shyster on a lot of levels. Now, he's got a few different wives, and this is all purely speculation because I'm not sure if this has been proven. But this is alleged. Now, the brother is in the news now, and I haven't seen it on the news, the news, but like word on the grapevine is Brett raped or molested one of his wife's 14-year-old daughter. Nigga, that's nasty. And I'm pretty sure he has to do some time for that. You will pay. Because that, my friend, is unacceptable. First, it's just dastardly. You know what I'm saying? First, and then it's disgusting because this your wife's kid. What kind of nigga is you, man? Now, again, this is alleged, so I'm not going to go in completely about how I feel about an individual who would do something that despicable. But let's do this. Let's look at the list of charges that Brad's up under, right? And then just kind of give me a second. Because, anyway, man, so there's 2 counts of lewd and lascivious molestation. Felony. A count of lascivious conduct with a minor and lewd and lascivious conduct with a minor and lewd and lascivious exhibition with a minor. Also, we have contributing to the delinquency of a minor. That's 5 charges. Now, they sometimes trump up charges, but none of that shit sound appropriate. And, bro, I don't know if you played, because I seen a video where he talked about where he didn't plead out, he didn't plead guilty. I mean, there's been a continuance, which he is supposedly in the eye of the law innocent until proven guilty. But in our community, bro, just being accused of some shit like that is like 14 thumbs down, nigga. Your reputation is taking a serious hit. And although we cannot ourselves prove that yet, this shit does not look savory at all, bro. And I just, my condolences to the family. I'm not trying to put them on blast. I mean, because Brad is on some weird shit. But I just want my viewers to understand and know that any activity in that realm is unacceptable. And if you have thoughts like that in your mind, you definitely need Jesus, but you need probably more like an exorcism or something, because that's just ridiculous and disgusting, bro. So that's how I feel about that. And, onto a more bright and shiny topic. Now, the topic is not necessarily bright or shiny, but, that's just the words I chose for this transition. I hope you like it. If not, I don't really give a fuck. At any rate, the next segment that we have for you this afternoon is called Who Got Active? Now, on this portion of the show, Who Got Active, for any of my new viewers, is the part of the show where we like to highlight people who have kind of gone above and beyond the Call of Duty. Again, I'm not trying to necessarily advocate, what's the word I'm trying to find? Vigilanteism. But I mean, some of us don't have to do as much to be a hero, or even just to help to somebody who may be in need or just who might be in danger. And in this case, there's a lady at work in Oklahoma City by the name of Nikki Williams. Now, this show, this is not as fresh as I would like, but it still deserves to be highlighted, right? And it's from where I'm at right now. So, shout out to you, man. But she is today's Who Got Active individual, where we highlight her for working as a store clerk, right? She saved a 17-year-old girl that mouthed helping when she walked into the store with a 32-year-old nigga by the name of Jacob Kelly, who apparently is a regular at the store, right? But he had this young lady under duress and held by, against her will. And she, I guess she was told not to ask for help. I don't know if this nigga that smart, but you weird and you dumb. That shit don't mix. So yeah, she got away from your ass as she should have. You shouldn't have been trying to steal no pussy anyway. That's weird. But anyway, the girl was saved by Nikki, who, when the girl mouthed "help me" to her, she sprang into action. She knew what was going on, and I guess the girl was a 17-year-old runaway, and so when she mouthed that, I don't know, some way or another, she told Jacob, the weirdo, that she was gonna, let her use the bathroom, and then she ended up locking her behind the glass where she was working at until the authorities made it to come get the girl, because dude planned on doing all kind of acts of lasciviousness, etc. You know what I mean? Rape, kill, all that. I mean, dude is off his rocker for real. But anyway, we got another weirdo off the street, and the girl was saved due to Nikki. Shout out to you. And so that's it for that portion of the show. Now, I am going to say this disclaimer because I don't necessarily know exactly what happened between one of these individuals and Sada Baby, who I'm not really fucking with like that no more for my own personal reasons. But shout out to him. You know, so I mean, for the most part, Brad is solid. I mean, but anyway, again, these are some dudes that's from out of D, and I fuck with their music pretty heavily. You know, despite of what I heard, which ain't necessarily a huge deal. I think it was rumored that Brad didn't get no money off their first lick together, which was I think was either I think it was Drago, the one with the dreads. Drago and Sada had a hit probably like 3 or 4 years ago, and Brad didn't get his money, and I think Sada kind of bullied him out of it for some reason or another. But anyway, like I said, they shit been hot. I've been fucking with their ass, and without further ado, I'd like to present to y'all on this portion of the show what we like to call Wake the Fuck Up. I'm presenting to y'all a group, or a duo rather, by the name of Drago and Bino. Now, Drago and Bino shit been smacking to me. Is for some of you, it might be an acquired taste because it's not mumble rap. It's just the pace is a little bit fast and a little bit different. I really am a big fan of ad-libs, and Drago's ad-libs be having me cracking up, bro. He be like, man. So I've been fucking with Brad for a minute. At any rate, Drago and Bino have a few projects that have been released over the last few years. They first one I caught wind of was called Sorry for the Get Off. So Sorry for the Get Off was pretty smacking, which led to the other one that I fucked with. Now, some other ones in between here, I'm not as big of, because I love and fuck with certain individuals. That doesn't necessarily mean that I love everything that they do, but these three that I'm naming off was some of my favorites. The other one was called Sorry for the Auto-Tunes, and the last one was called, that they did just recently, I mean, it was like maybe 4 to 6 months ago. It's called Sorry We Was Trapping. So, like I said, man, catch you a bar of that. If you late to class on that, man, you're welcome. You know what I'm saying? Because here in Art, we don't only keep you informed, but we keep you, you know what I'm saying, where you'll be lit. But real nigga lit, not bitch ass nigga lit. Like I said, man. I mean, I'm in a new spot, man. You know, congratulations to me, you feel me? And congratulations to you for tuning in, man. You fucking with a real nigga, man. Now, like I said, man, y'all come through and fuck with the Content Cafe. The doors open at 7. If y'all get a chance to slide through here. My name is Jamerson Ballard. Now, my cash app is $SuperStee, SuperStee. And I appreciate that. You know, it's not necessarily required. If you could also possibly find it in your heart to shoot me a like or something, you know what I mean? Maybe even a share. That'll be greatly appreciated. I mean, if you want to keep it all to yourself, I get it. I understand. And if you a bitch ass nigga and you don't like nothing I said, that's cool. Fuck you, but grow the fuck up. And tune in next time for another episode of R&R. Again, on all platforms, I am the person who put the it's on the front. So you should have a tip for me, huh? If you bidding that, it's Jamerson Ballard on all platforms. Tune in again next time, Mondays around 6-ish. And y'all have a wonderful week, man. Stay dangerous.